Hello everybody, and welcome to Windsor Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'm doing a reading tonight. This particular reading is for the sign of Pisces. Now, to jump right into it here in the position of what materials you are currently working with, we have iron. Now this card, gives me the vibe that, there's a need for you to really go within and resolve something. This could be anything. What that actually is going to be particular to you and your individual situation, but you're going to have to go within and resolve something deep and contemplate what needs to go in order for you to grow and build something reliable, right? Build a reliable, sturdy foundation. Now, next up in the position of what energy is currently influencing you, we have the sword. Now, with this, I get that, this speaks to how your decisions shape your life, right? How your choices sculpt your reality. The sword here represents the need for a gesture that is honest, swift, and accurate. Now, that does not mean that you shouldn't give it any thought, but more so that once you've made the decision, right, you must be direct and honest about how you feel. This is very similar to the Ace of Swords in my personal opinion. Now, when it comes to this card, boundary making, prioritizing, and clarifying are all gestures, that are very specific to this card. Now, in the position of what energy you are currently embodying here, we have oyster. Oyster personalities often take their gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires, right? So this card is showing up here to let you know that it's important to reveal your inner treasures. I feel like there are feelings that you've been hesitant to share, and it's about time to be honest with both yourself and the other party. Now, in the position of what you need to know here, first up we have the Nine of Wands. Your journey is near completion, but on this final stretch, right, you find your mind filled with doubt and fear. I feel like this card is showing up to encourage you to gather your confidence, right? Dig real deep and grab onto that confidence. Realize how far you've come, because you need to keep going. All right. Soon, your efforts will pay off. Now, next up, we have the Lovers. Now, this to me is speaking of a connection that you're building where there's mutual honor and respect that will take the both of you quite far. As you experience, all the thrills and desire of romance, you'll also be building a solid relationship together, And if you're already in a relationship, this is merely a sign to be grateful and to nurture what you already have. Next up, we have the Four of Wands. Due to your consistent hard work, you will soon be achieving exactly that which you have set out to, and there could very well be a celebration to follow. If this has to do with a connection making its way to the next level, this could be an engagement party or something of the sort. Now, lastly, we have Strength. This card is merely confirmation that you have found the courage in your heart needed to push forward towards that Four of Wands, Because, as positive as the Nine of Wands is, being that you're so close to a goal, it's also a bit of a dark time, because that's where you're starting to hesitate. That's where you're starting to really get in your head and be it's it's going to create feelings, or rather it represents, a time when you have feelings of uncertainty where you're not sure if, what energy and hard work and time and everything that you're putting into something is going to actually become anything, right? Things may be taking a little bit longer than you expect. And, with the lovers, right? With both the lovers and the sword, there's definitely an emphasis on a choice needing to be made, a decision that you need to either move forward with or step away from. And with the lovers being out in that, I definitely get the vibe that it's speaking to a connection, because, here with iron, right? I get that you two are sort of like you feel magnetized in a sense towards each other. And then with oyster, this is definitely speaking to the feelings that you harbor for this individual. And that's why I feel like, both oyster and the sword go together, because this is representing, what you need to do with these deep feelings here that you have, that you've been keeping to yourself. And I mean, with strength and the Four of Wands here, you are definitely moving forward in the right direction. You're going to, as cheesy as it sounds, you're going to find that strength to move forward. And, this particular image for the strength card, it doesn't usually involve a rose. And the fact that this lion has a rose in its mouth in a very romantical gesture, I definitely get that this card is pointing towards you. This is, in a sense, the energy that you're going to be coming forward with towards this Four of Wands here, this stability. This could be somebody that you've been friends with for a very long time. And that's why you guys, were able to really have that trust in each other, right? To have that belief in what it is you're building, because you already have that sturdy foundation of friendship. Now the lovers is about building off of that and into something more. Which again, with the Four of Wands and strength, I get that you make that move. There's going to be that celebration of two people coming together to spend forever, right? Because these particular geese, they mate for life. So that's pretty forever. All right, Pisces, these are the messages that I have for you today, and I do hope they serve you well. Do be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.